Reddit is a very interesting place, and when you're talking about video games on Reddit, you tend to get a very divided audience. Pokemon games take this to a very, very big extreme, and I decided to join a Pokemon Legends ZA thread and go through and find some interesting thoughts and interesting opinions that people have posted and post them in this video called What Reddit Thinks of Pokemon Legends ZA. If you guys like this idea, definitely comment down below and I'll go back through and find some more. I might even post my own thread on Reddit to see if I can find some more interesting comments. And if you have some interesting comments as well, drop them down below in the comments and I might make a video on those as well. But let's jump straight into the video. One of the hot topics when it comes to Pokemon Legends ZA is Mega Evolution. Now, this comment here from Mistake Plus goes into a list of Kalos Pokemon or Pokemon from Generation 6 that they believe should get a Mega Evolution. Now, I tend to agree with a lot of these Pokemon, and I really do think we need to get some Pokemon that are from Generation 6 Mega Evolutions because they get a little bit underutilized in battle when Mega Evolution is possible, like on Pokemon Showdown. And I just think some of these Generation 6 Pokemon have massive potential to get awesome looking Mega Evolutions. Now, I've done a list before where I go into detail about Pokemon that I think should get Mega Evolutions. And as you can see, Tyrantrum and Aurorus are on this list, but they've also put Aegislash, Chestnut, Delphox, Greninja, and they're going to say that Greninja or Ash Greninja doesn't count, which I think is true. Talonflame, Go-Go, Yveltal, Xerneas, Zygarde. They're okay. I don't think most of those will get Mega Evolutions. It would be cool to see the starter Pokemon get Mega Evolutions, but Pangoro, Barbaracle, Dragalge, Clawitzer, Hawlucha, Goodra, Noivern, those Pokemon are interesting. I would love to see any of them get Mega Evolutions, but in all honesty, I don't think we're going to get many new forms of Mega Evolutions in the game, but I thought this comment was really quite interesting. Now, here is a post by Hieronymus. I'm going to say that's how you pronounce their name. I apologize if you ever watch this video and I completely butchered your name, but it's your own fault if you're disappointed by the game. And I have to agree. We don't know much information at all about this game. We only know a little bit of teasers here and there and some leaks, but if you already have an opinion that you hate this game, that's your own fault. Now, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, people didn't like that game at all, and you know, it was an okay game in my own opinion. I've gone into detail on this 100 times on other videos, but people, as soon as they saw some of the trailers, some of the footage, they just immediately hated the game and never gave it a go. And then they played it angry, and they never tend to enjoy it when you play things angry. So I'm just going to leave this here as a comment to everyone. Just relax. Let's see how this game comes out and how it plays. Hopefully it's better than some of the other games, but we don't know much at all. And honestly, if you're already hating on the game, already don't like it, then that's your you problem. I'm very excited to play Pokemon Legends ZA and see what it is about. I honestly feel like Accomplished Art and I are on the same sort of wavelength. We both had the same ideas when it comes to Charizard. Now, if you followed the channel for a while, you know that I'm not the biggest fan of Charizard, but if I have to give respect to the Pokemon, I do. And I did give respect to Charmander back in my starter Pokemon tier list, which you can go back and check out on the channel. But in all honesty, Charizard should not get a Mega Pokemon or a Mega form, a Z form, whatever you want to call it. A Mega Charizard Z is not needed in this game. Charizard has 2 Mega Evolutions already. It has all these other forms. All the gimmicks in the game have been given to Charizard. I just feel like we need a break. Charizard can be left out this one time. I'm sorry, Gen 1 Charizard fans, but we don't need a Z Mega Evolution for this Pokemon. Charizard can just have a little bit of a rest. We can give some love to other Pokemon that need it, other dragons that are just as cool, and we don't need to base the whole game around Charizard. But in all honesty, I don't think it's going to get a Mega Evolution Z, but I could be proven wrong, and I'm going to absolutely hate the fact that I'm going to get proven wrong. But, you know, like my last comment said, it hasn't come to fruition yet. I can't be disappointed if it does because it's just a game. This comment right here by Admirable Relief is a comment that I kind of took into a video last episode or last week or the week before. I don't know when this is going to go out, but I'll link it in the description below. And it's a new Legends ZA theory about Lumiose City and where we catch a Pokemon. Now, this comment goes on to say, if the whole game is in Lumiose City, then maybe since it's so big, there'll be 5 areas like in Legends of Arceus: a plains-based theme, a snow-based theme, an ocean-based theme, and different areas depending on X and Y's important story-based areas. which I have to agree with. I feel like it's going to be like Scarlet and Violet in the Blueberry Academy where we have the terrarium. I feel like it's going to be some sort of area like that. Or around Lumiose City, we have little pockets of like PAL parks and Pokemon catching areas, kind of like safari zones where wild Pokemon are found. But I don't feel like we're going to get access to massive wild areas like Pokemon Legends of Arceus, but I'd love to be proven wrong. I'd love to see just wide open plains outside of Lumiose City, but I guess it just depends. Is it going to be the past or the future? Is it going to be Z, which is the future, or A, which is the past? I don't even know if that's true or not. I just want to speculate on that. But I'll link the last video that I did in the description below. You guys can go check that out. I'm stuttering over my words, but I really like this comment. And finally, another comment by Finion Dog that kind of goes into what I posted about in the recent video, which I just spoke about. But I think Pokemon Legends ZA takes place in the past and the future. And now that comment at the start of my previous video on Pokemon Legends ZA kind of comes back in this sort of frame. Now, it could be Pokemon Z could be in the future, Pokemon A could be in the past, which could be really interesting. The trailer has an urban redevelopment plan that looks like it's from the past and a section that looks like it could be from the future, according to Video on Dog. And if you go back and look at the trailer, it certainly does. Now, this comment right here could be true, and I'm kind of leaning towards the theory that we're going to get a past and future game, and we're going to have to buy both because both of them are going to be pretty cool with probably unique stories. Now, I know Pokemon, like other Pokemon games like Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Pearl, they have similar storylines with just different wild Pokemon, different legendary Pokemon. Now, we could get different legendary Pokemon in this, but I feel like the stories could potentially be a little bit different. And I'm really excited to see how they do the past and the future splits. And I know we go back in time with Pokemon Legends of Arceus, so maybe it's even a teleportation game where we're going through the different future and past Lumiose City areas. This is just something we can speculate for hours on, but I actually find this comment really interesting and it kind of backs up my last video, and I think it sounds really cool. So there you have it. There is the first edition of what Reddit thinks of Pokemon Legends ZA. If you have any interesting theories or interesting comments to add, definitely comment down below or send me through any sort of Reddit posts that you might have found. I've got a link to the Discord in the description below. I've got a new Pokemon tab in the Discord, so we can talk about this for hours and hours if you really want to. I find this series really interesting. I love scrolling through Reddit and getting lost in threads, so this is something I can actually put towards my content and actually have a purpose for scrolling through the Reddit for hours. But who knows? I'm so excited for Pokemon Legends ZA. I know it's a long time away, so there's lots of time for us to speculate, but thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next video.